Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with a Beth Israel Rabbi. As you can see, I am not in my normal location of my office in Vancouver, but rather I am on a holiday and currently in Boston. I spent some time in Pittsburgh visiting with family, and now here in Boston I've been visiting with old friends, some of whom I haven't seen in a long time, friends from university, from Brandeis, and friends from rabbinical school, and had an opportunity to spend time with their families as well. It's been wonderful for my family to have those special opportunities. This time period, as we are coming closer to December 31st and January 1st to secular New Year's, as we will do this week, I often think about the meaning of time, how we as human beings are able to control time, and also how time controls us. We control time by setting the calendar. We control time by saying when a particular hour will fall or when it won't fall, by daylight savings time. And yet, time also controls us. We know that as we celebrate birthdays each year, and as I recognize that visually with the hair that I no longer have as I'm balding. And the Torah reminds us that as time controls us, we must acknowledge just how important the time is that we have in this world. For time is indeed fleeting. This week we read Parashat Vayechi, and this is the last Torah portion of the book of Bereshit. And it is in this book of Torah that the great heroes of the Jewish people, Jacob, Yaakov, and Yosef, pass on to the next world. They ask their children to make sure that when the Israelites go up out of the land of Egypt, that their bones will be taken from Egypt to the land of Israel to ensure that they are never forgotten. And yet, in the beginning of next week's Parsha, the beginning of the book of Shmot, of Exodus, one of the first things that we learn about the new Pharaoh is that he does not know Joseph. As some say, he actually forgot Joseph. And it is because that he forgot Joseph that the terrible things happen to the Israelites, that they are enslaved and their life is made so harsh. We, as human beings, we as Jews, need not only to remember the time that has passed, but we need to make sure that we've appreciated all the time and all of the events that have passed as well, in order to ensure that the days and months and years to come are indeed as meaningful as the time that has passed. As Jews, when we celebrate Rosh Hashanah, this idea is very clear to us. And for us as Jews, we live in two worlds, in a Jewish world and in a secular world. And so as we celebrate this secular New Year on December 31st, coming into January 1st, I want to encourage us to do the same, to acknowledge and to understand that just as we control time and set the calendar, time controls us, and we must appreciate every moment that we have. I not only want to wish you a happy secular New Year and a Shabbat Shalom, but I also look forward to seeing you when I return to Vancouver. And when I do, I also hope to have the beauty of a warm Vancouver winter that is much warmer than what I am encountering here on the East Coast.